You do want to be more successful, don't you? More money, more time, more love, just more everything. Yet what if? What if the current success model is not really serving us women? What if the current success model is not sustainable? What if the current strategies to reach our goals is making us sick and in the worst case is killing us? While you are watching this video from the intro to now, sadly already one more woman died here in the United States of a heart disease. Till the 80s, heart attacks of women was completely unthinkable. But since then, we conquered so much. We broke through glass ceilings in corporations. We founded our own businesses. We are ready to lead countries, nations, and the world. But for what price? My name is Sylvia Becker-Hill. I'm the founder of the Becker-Hill Women's Empowerment School and the Art of Evolutionary Living. I teach in my school women everything the patriarchy never wanted us to know. And today in this training video, it's all about the current patriarchal success paradigm we've been taught, we are following, and I will offer you an alternative, which is way more sustainable, healthy, juicy, and even magical. And in the last piece of the training, I will share with you my personal, intimate, setting myself up for success morning ritual, which you simply can copy or adjust to your personal needs. Let's get started. In our current paradigm of success, we all follow everywhere the same simple 3 steps. Step number 1, we focus on the right actions to create the right results. So we are acting, doing. We are creating lots of effort. We are pushing. We are working hard. We are sweating, sweat and blood. We do whatever it takes. And we are proud. We are superwoman. We got the best education we can. We got all the accolades and certifications we need. We are more educated, more brilliant than every man around us, and we are doing, in the hope and the promise that when we do enough and do the right things just often enough and effortful enough, we get to step 2, we will be having all the results, everything we wanted. The right job, the right amount of money in the bank accounts, the right car, the right house, the right husband, the right body, the right weight, the right hairstyle, the right clothes, having. After, remember, step number 1, after doing, we hope we will have, finally, what we always thought we have to have in order, this is now number 3, step 3, in order to finally be what we want to be, which is at the end fulfilled, happy, peaceful, relaxed, enjoying life, enjoying ourselves, loving ourselves, being. Being is the ultimate result. Being happy, being fulfilled. So that is the current paradigm. Everyone is doing it. This is what we've been taught. So what's wrong with it? Well, women are definitely differently wired and constructed than men. Our stress threshold in our brain for the adrenaline and other nasty hormones is much lower than that of men. So we get much faster stressed. So all this male style, acting, doing, following each shiny object syndrome here and there, and always being on the go and always juggling multiple thousands of things, well, it's not healthy, it's not sustainable, it makes us sick, it even can kill us, and this is what no one tells us, there's no guarantee that also the most perfect right actions, everything you are doing, will really lead as a causal nexus connection to really the results you wanted. There are so many things involved, including fate, including luck, including chance, including circumstances. There's so much out of our control. And all the success formulas and blueprints who are suggesting that when you write down your goals and you just do the right action in the highest amount possible, well, you will have what you want. These promises, they are hiding all the other things which are playing a part of this process. So there is no guarantee that sweating blood and being effortful will even bring you what you want. And then, this is another sad truth people don't want to talk about, even if you get everything you want, it's no guarantee that at the end you feel and be the way you want to be. So, what shall we do? Is there another way of reaching results, of reaching our goals? Yes, there is. So what shall we do with these strings? Shall we throw them just all out or put them in a different order? What shall we do? Think for yourself for a moment. If you want ultimately be and feel a certain way, ultimately it's always about fulfillment and happiness. Why do we put this at the end and make it depending on so many other things? Why don't we put that first and foremost? Let's start with the beingness. You might ask, what is that? That sounds a bit woo-woo, that sounds a bit weird. No, it's not. Neuroscience, which has so many breakthroughs in the recent 20 years and is pouring out all these results and books and articles for non-neuroscientists to read and understand how our brain operates, has proven that we as human beings, we have the power of choice to choose. And with a bit of training, it goes as fast as a push on a button, we can choose how we want to feel. I give you a quick example. Remember something of the recent days, weeks, which made you really, really angry. Something you watched in your life, something you saw on the news, something you read on Facebook, social media. Remember something which made you really angry. And if it helps, close your eyes for a moment, remember it, and feel how that memory makes you feel. Become aware how quickly, just with one memory, you can feel angry and agitated and irritated. I don't want to keep you in this space, so take a deep breath, let go of that, and now remember a juicy, beautiful, heart-opening, beautiful memory of the recent past. Something you did with people you loved. Something maybe which you got as a gift and made you really, really happy. Remember that. And again, close your eyes if that helps you and feel the sensations in your body when you feel happy, when you feel grateful, when you feel joyful. Can you sense how quickly your whole system, your whole body reacts on the order of your brain with just one memory? And now I used a trick. I used memory to trigger certain emotions in you. When you train yourself and watch by using first memories, how you produce negative, so-called negative emotions or so-called positive emotions, you can train yourself with a push of a button to choose how you want to feel today. For example, today I chose to stay calm and focused no matter what. And I do this every morning. So the magic starts now. When you choose how you want to feel and to be as the first step, out of that beingness comes a complete new way of doing. Because you are now inspired, you are now empowered, you are now connected with your intuition, and I will help you to get there with the ritual of part 3 of this training even better. Now you know what to do, and instead of doing all these effortful and fighting and blood-sweating actions, your doing becomes inspired. And the doing becomes out of a beingness, which sometimes is very little doing. It's more empowered doing. You maybe create results while literally laying on your sofa or in bed. Oh my gosh, I have so many stories around that. for me, being sick is often my most productive way how I produce results, because while I'm sick and not doing much, laying in bed, being sick, or cuddling on the sofa with my sons and watching TV while I'm sick, my mind can relax. And I get so many creative insights and I have so much alignment happening that from that alignment in my brain, things outside in my world start to move and opportunities and resources are coming my way. I tell you, this is where the magic starts to happen. When you focus first on your beingness and then on the inspired actions, on the doing, oh my gosh, it changes everything. And yes, you get the results you want. But the interesting thing is, even though you get now more results with less effort, often they are not that important any longer. Yes, you love them, you enjoy them, you are grateful, yet the conditioning that you have to have the right things in order to feel and be who you want to be, that connection is gone. It's broken by your choice, by the invitation I'm telling you now. I invite you to join me and to make this shift in your brain, to stop following what you've been taught, first doing in order to have, in order to finally, hopefully, maybe be the way you want to be. Stop that right here, right now, and focus on your beingness. Because from the beingness comes the inspired action, and your health and your work-life balance, everything stays in a healthy, juicy state, and you will reap results and have everything you want, but with much less effort and without the heavy price tag of heart diseases and stress-caused deaths. Are you following my invitation? I would love to hear from you. And now let's go into my setting you up for success morning ritual. It's also 3 steps. It will help you first to get grounded, to get connected, and then to be awakened. And as I said, this is my personal one, which emerged out of years of studying different gurus about meditation, chakras, breathing technology, visualizations, all these different techniques. I just put them all together, shook them like a nice cocktail, and out of that came a ritual which works for me. When you start doing it, it might feel a bit clunky. It might take a few more minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, or you even enjoy to expand the time and do each step very slowly to fully feel it and expand into it. I just can promise you, if you are on the rush, as soon you have trained it and your body and your brain is already anticipating what you're going to do, this is the power of new habits, you can do it in under 3 minutes. I like to do it around 3 minutes, so 1 minute per step, but now teaching you, it will take us a tiny bit more because I give you the explanation and will do it in such a way that even if you are not watching this video, just listening to the audio, you hopefully can follow along and understand what I'm going here to do. So when I get out of bed in the morning, I walk towards my window and look towards the sky, and I stand there with my feet shoulder width apart. I will not demonstrate that here because it destroys the video and audio quality. So imagine myself standing feet shoulder width apart, and first I just stretch my body. I just stretch in all directions, make sure I'm standing shoulder width apart. Then I close my eyes and I visualize how out of the sole of my roots, from the bottom of my feet, there are roots growing through the ceiling of my first floor, through the house floor, into the earth, deep into the core of the earth, so that I'm really beautifully, strongly grounded with Mother Earth, the planet we are living on. Then I visualize that I open between my legs. There is our root chakra. I visualize that I have like a tube growing out of my root chakra, again, deep, deep down into Mother Earth, visualizing that I get nurtured with minerals, with resources, with people, with money, with everything I need, because Mother Earth is so abundant and nourishes us. And then I visualize that I have a belt around my hips from which are cords going on the four corners of the room, so that I'm grounded in the here and now. So that's step number 1, grounding. Feet shoulder widths apart, roots going from the feet into Mother Earth, from the root chakra, a tube connecting to get all the nourishment from Mother Earth, and a belt with the cords into all four corners of the room. When I'm done with that, the next step is connecting. I visualize that my crown chakra on top of my head opens. I raise my arms in a wide, big V shape, and I visualize that, again, a big tube out of my crown chakra is growing into the sky, high, 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 high up, so that I am connected. And now you choose your right words, with your angel team, your higher self, your divine self, with God, with Jesus, Buddha, whoever, whatever you believe in, just with a higher spiritual entity. And you feel and sense the connection, knowing that through the tube you get your intuition, your guidance, you get divine guidance and ideas for your day, for decisions, for what to do. So you are very well connected with the spiritual world. Then I take my arms down and make a huge, embracing, wide arm spreading gesture, visualizing that I'm embracing everyone, every person I'm going to meet this day, everyone I'm going to touch, like embracing all humanity and bringing my arms back together, giving myself a beautiful, beautiful hug and squeeze. And that is step 2, where I connect myself with divine guidance and all the humans, all the people I'm going to meet during this day, and beyond that with the collectivity of our humankind. That was step number 2. I repeat, step number 1 was the grounding. Step 2 here is now the connecting. And now it becomes juicy. We go to step 3, the awakening. This might be something edgy for some of you, yet I invite you to just test it, okay? Try it out for yourself and feel the results. So one hand, I put my right hand on my heart, on the left side of my chest, and my left hand, I touch gently between my legs, and now again choose a word which fits for you, my genitals, my vulva, my pussy. And while I do that, I now move my hips 3 times like clockwork, and then I move my hips 3 times against the clock's direction, and then 3 times I move my hips forward, that I can feel from like a push from my butt towards my hand, which is cupping my genitals, my vulva, my pussy. And for most women, that does the trick that they literally feel juicy. If you don't feel this way immediately, no worries. Sometimes it takes days, weeks, or months to reactivate certain channels in your body, which might have been dormant or asleep for a while. But that is step 3, connecting your heart with your sensual, sexual power by activating and awakening your body's juices, by connecting yourself with your power center, your beautiful female genitals, your vulva, your pussy. So that's it. That is the ritual to set you up for success. Do it every morning. I promise you, it's amazing to go into your day being grounded, being connected, and being juicily awakened. That was Sylvia Becker-Hill. Thanks for watching. I'm looking forward to hear from you.